Hello, everyone. I wanted to come on here and talk about how to locate resources. I know it's a hard topic to think about, and obviously, there's a few different places you can go find resources for, like a research project or a or maybe some independent research you're doing, or for your schoolwork in general. And I want to go over two resources that I've used and had success with over the years, and kind of just talk about how to find resources. And one one way you can find resources, and this is to help with your local librarian, whether that's through the school's library or or your local public library. And that's a resource you can do there. The head librarian there would be more than willing to help you. But the two methods I want to talk about are are something you can do on your own and are free to do. And one of them's very, you wouldn't think of it as a resource, but it has, it leads you into the direction of finding resources. And so to start this, the first thing we're going to do is open up whatever web browser you're doing. And the first one is actually Wikipedia. Wikipedia is usually not thought of as a resource. Obviously we don't want to be quoting right from there, but there is a section of Wikipedia that is very helpful to anyone who's starting off a research project in order to get product, in order to find different resources. And so we're going to do for example, say we're doing a research project on George Washington. We'll go type in George Washington. We'll go down to Wikipedia. And once you get to Wikipedia, you're gonna scroll all the way down, until you get to sources here, and just look at all these sources that are right here available to you. They This is a good starting point on being able to locate some resources. We have a a lot of books that you can use for a project. For something like this, ISBN numbers that you can very well look that helps you locate some of these sources. Your local libraries, your local or your school library may have these resources, or you can again talk to your local librarian, and they may want, and if they don't have it in their collection, they may have someone within their library network that has access to the book. And if they don't, they may want to use funds themselves to add said book to their collection, and that's important. Um, but a lot of these books also could be available through Google Books. Amazon Kindle has a very vast library in this, and it's a good resource to start off with, just to locate some of these resources in general, and gives you that kind of that first step into locating resources for your research. And we also have journal entries in here. Now, JSTOR, as you can see, this one's JSTOR. JSTOR is a paid service, so you may not be able to access those. Unfortunately, maybe your local library or someone who may have a subscription to it, but some that JSTOR is not a free service from my experience. But your local library may have a subscription, and you may be able to access it there. Another resource that I like to use is Google Scholar. And Google Scholar is a kind of a sub search engine within Google that allows you to at that looks up mostly that looks into mostly educational articles or scholarly articles, as the name implies. Articles written by within academic journals and stuff like that. It's a good resource. So if we go back to our prior example of George Washington, click on it. We have a few different resources here. We have the George Washington Papers. This is another really good. We got a source right here talking about George Washington. It's good a good source to find some of these. We also have a few other ones. This is this is a PDF that's from the University of Tennessee. So that's through Google Books, and it's just an entire and it's a it gives you access to a lot of resources that you can find pretty easily. You just have to type in whatever topic that you're researching and start flipping through and finding resources that relate mostly to your topic and will help you do your topic. It's a good starting point. I wanted to make this video because I feel like this is important to give you guys a good starting point and a good stepping point into finding resources, into locating some of these articles that you may be struggling to find on your own. And I believe this is a good starting point to help you start locating resources for your research. Thank you for listening, and I hope everyone has a fantastic rest of your day.